Welcome to Brantley County High School Registration 2020. We're sorry that we weren't able to meet with you face-to-face to discuss this process and advise your students, but we have a plan in place to get our students advised, assisted, and registered for next year's classes at BCHS. It starts with some information we need each of you to see and hear. So, this is our agenda. We're going to briefly discuss each of these topics: graduation requirements, plan of study, course options, advanced placement and dual enrollment courses, pathway options, HOPE requirements, and plans for registration. So graduation requirements for Brantley County High School. All students have to have at least 27 units to graduate. They have opportunity for 32 in their entire high school career, so very little wiggle room. And 16 of these credits must be core credits, 4 each from each of the 4 core subject areas. In addition, all students have to also get 11 elective credits. Okay, so most of you remember back as a freshman, you had to select a plan of study. So you either selected career tech prep, college prep, or research university prep. So we know that sometimes plans change. We know that sometimes maybe you have some opportunities that you didn't anticipate, or just maybe your interests have changed and you need to change your plan of study. For that reason, we're asking even our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, rising 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, to once again select their plan of study, just so that we have the most up-to-date information about you prior to registration. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about our sophomore academic course offerings. So as a 10th grader in English Language Arts, you're going to take 10th grade Lit. Now, there are a couple of different types of sections. There's a section that provides extra support, and there are also sections for honors students. So you will choose the one that you feel best suits you. And moving along to math, you will either take geometry or you'll take Algebra 1 with support. In addition, you may also sign up for the honors section of geometry. In science, you're going to have your first opportunity this year at taking an advanced placement course. So for those of you who are college prep or research university prep and you want that challenge, especially for those of you who are research university prep, you would probably want to consider taking one of these AP courses. If you choose to take AP Biology, you're going to also have to take the honors section. So it'll actually count as one of your electives. So first semester you would have honors biology, and second semester you would have AP Biology. So those are your options for science in 10th grade. You can either sign up for biology, honors biology, or honors biology and AP Biology. And the same pattern holds true for social studies. If you would like to take AP World History, then you would also need to take, along with that, honors world history. So you would take your honors section first semester and the AP world section second semester. So your opportunities there are either to just take regular world history, honors world history, or honors and AP world history. And be reminded again that by having to double up, that's going to take one of your elective options for an academic there. Okay, and in 10th grade, you have your first opportunity at beginning your Spanish sequence. This is reserved only for those students who made a 90 or above in their 9th grade Lit class. Now, this is not to say that if you're college prep and you didn't quite make that 90 that you're never going to get to take it, but we do like to hold our students off until their junior year if they weren't able to achieve that 90 in their 9th grade Lit class, in order just to give them a little extra time to grow and mature prior to adding on an extra academic. So now we're going to talk more in detail about some unique academic opportunities that we have at BCHS with advanced placement or AP courses and dual enrollment opportunities. AP courses give our students just a leg up when it comes to getting into college, being prepared for college. You can read some of these bullets, but basically they're college level courses. At the end, students take an exam. The cost of the exam currently is $86, but if they take the course and make well enough on the exam, then they will get college credit for the course. Now, if you do sign up for an AP course, you need to expect rigor. It will be a lot of work. Your teachers are going to have high expectations, so if you sign up for that class or classes, be prepared because there will be a lot of rigor. We're trying to get you ready for the next step. But it does offer you the opportunity to earn college credit. And then if you are applying to a school where you need to show strength of schedule in your transcript, these AP courses will do that. And at BCHS, we try to offer a nice mixture of dual enrollment courses and AP courses to help to balance out your transcript and just to give you that strength of curriculum that you need to be competitive. These are our current AP offerings. And then moving along to the dual enrollment opportunities that our students have. There's a list here of degree level courses, beginning with English. We have 2 English classes, 2 histories. We're offering 3 math dual enrollment courses next year and a speech course. That's public speaking. It's a communications class. Those are our degree level courses. And then we offer some 2 technical programs. Now, we've had CNA for many years, and this year we're looking to add a program in welding where they will be able to earn actually 2 welding certificates, one in basic shielded metal arc welding, and the other certificate would be gas metal arc welding. Okay, so you may be curious as to what the requirements are to take these courses. So the courses that I just mentioned to you are courses that are offered on our campus. So they're offered here at BCHS. And our criteria for students to be able to take these classes is that they would have to have an 85 or better academic GPA. They would have to have a recommendation from their teacher. And they can't have missed more than 5 unexcused absences in the preceding semester. That is for on our campus dual enrollment classes. Next, we're going to talk about dual enrollment opportunities that are off of BCHS's campus. This means you would be going to the actual college campus or taking an online class with a college. Now, we've stepped up the requirements for students who are going off campus because you're just not in as close proximity to us for us to be able to support you through those classes. So we have a little stricter criteria for you to be able to take those off-campus dual enrollment classes. You would have to have completed 6 high school honors courses. You would have to have a 90 or better academic GPA, and you can't have missed more than 5 unexcused absences in the preceding semester. Now, our dual enrollment opportunities are reserved for our juniors and seniors. However, our 10th graders need to have this in mind and be making preparations to be able to meet this criteria if they have aspirations of taking dual enrollment as a junior or senior. Okay, so if you're a student who you're saying, yes, that sounds like me, and I want to do dual enrollment off of BCHS's campus, the first thing you're going to need to do to get the ball rolling is contact Miss Lori McNeese as soon as possible to get the ball rolling. You'll get her contact information at the end of this presentation. You would need to contact her as soon as possible to go ahead and begin to make preparations. And listed there below are yearly deadlines to register for classes. Now, these aren't deadlines for you to decide whether or not you want to do dual enrollment. These are deadlines if you already have the plans in place and you've met with Ms. McNeese. These are deadlines to actually register for the classes. Okay, let's bounce back to some pathway options here at the high school. We're going to review those quickly. Okay, as you already know, we have many opportunities for a variety of pathways. We have advanced academic pathways, we have CTAE pathways, fine arts, and world language pathways. The advanced academic pathways are for advanced placement, or you can actually earn an advanced academic pathway in any of the 4 core content areas if you take one AP course or one dual enrollment course that count as core credit. So while the advanced placement academic pathway may be difficult to attain, we have many students who are definitely capable of attaining an academic distinction in at least one content area. We also like for our students to take CTAE courses, as this just broadens their horizons and makes them more well-rounded, in addition to fine arts courses. These are the pathways that we currently offer for CTAE. And there will be a document emailed out that will include more detail on the CTAE pathways and exactly which courses go with which pathways. Okay, so we always have questions about work-based learning, and it's never too early to get to thinking about work-based learning and what you're going to want to do your 11th and 12th grade years. So you have to be an 11th or 12th grader to participate. You have to be 16 or older and have a driver's license. You also have to have completed a minimum of 1 CTAE class. Many times for you 10th graders, we like to encourage you to go ahead and take that Intro to Business CTAE class, as that'll broaden your horizons to be able to go out and get a job in any area. Sometimes our students are limited based upon the pathway that they choose when it comes to work-based learning. So we encourage all students to take at least that one course. It's the starter course for entrepreneurship. It's called Intro to Business. So we encourage all of our students who are interested in work-based learning to go ahead and take that. And that just opens many doors for them for employment as an 11th or 12th grader interested in going into work-based learning. You should also know that there is some criteria in place for actually being admitted into the work-based learning program that Dr. Andrea Tanner will have to share with you if you sign up. And also, if you don't meet that criteria, then we would be looking at selecting some different elective courses. Okay, we're going to talk for a moment about the high school transcript and HOPE eligibility, as both of these topics affect your course selection. Okay, so HOPE scholarship basically equates to approximately 90% of paid tuition for students going to a Georgia public college. So that means if you maintain a 3.0 or higher academic GPA, and you take 4 rigorous courses, then you're eligible for HOPE scholarship. Now, this is a big deal, and it's something that most of our students can attain if they're willing to work hard for it. You'll see a list below that details the rigor courses that are offered at BCHS. The underlined courses are courses that are already a part of the college prep plan of study course sequence. So if you take the courses that we suggest for you, then you will automatically have the 4 rigor courses. But this is our complete list of rigor courses that we offer at BCHS. Okay. In addition to the Hope Scholarship, there's the Zell Miller Scholarship that pays 100% of tuition in a Georgia college. In order to attain Zell Miller, you have to maintain a 3.7 academic GPA, and that includes you have to have the 4 rigor courses, at least 4. And then the second component is that you have to post a score of at least 1,200 on the SAT or a 26 composite on the ACT. Now this has to be done in one sitting, and for the SAT, it's your combined verbal and math. So if you sign up for writing, you don't add that writing score in. It's just the combined verbal and math, and you can't combine scores from different test dates. It has to be in one sitting. So that's a 1,200 SAT or a 26 ACT. Okay, so you've gotten a lot of information. And sometimes it helps to have a visual. It helps to just have kind of a one-stop shop, go-to cheat sheet that kind of gives you all of that information. And so we have carefully designed a couple of advisement documents that will help you make selections of courses. It'll help you see your students' course sequence. And we plan to share those out in an email with you on Monday as part of the registration process. So you'll receive an email that'll have some documents that'll aid you in that registration process. And speaking of the steps for registration, let's talk about those, okay? So on Monday, we will email out a form for registration. Now, that form is going to be accessed through your student email account. You're going to select a plan of study. You're going to make academic course requests, and you're going to make elective course requests. You can certainly access the documents that I spoke about to help assist you in this process. Keep in mind that as you make the requests, they are requests at this time. Your actual schedules will not be available until July, most likely. And we know that you're going to have questions, and we want you to contact us. We're here to help you. Your teachers are here to help you. And myself and the counselors are here. So here is our contact information. Most of you already have your teacher contact information, and you've already been in close communication with them. So let's take a look at some of those forms now. Okay, so this is what your registration form is going to look like. You'll access this through your email, of course. And you're going to have a place for your first name, middle name, and last. First and last are required. The middle name is not required. We actually have a few kids who do not have a middle name. However, if you are one of those students and that you know there's another student with your same exact first and last name, that middle name is going to be very helpful to us. So please make sure to include that. Okay, your first step is going to be to select your homeroom teacher. And then we're going to move down and you're going to select your plan of study. Okay. The next step will be to begin making your academic selections. And as we discussed, in English Language Arts, you're going to have the opportunity to either select 10th grade lit, regular, honors, or with extra support. In math, you'll select geometry, regular, or honors, or algebra 1 with extra support. For science, you'll either select biology regular, biology honors, or biology honors and AP biology. For social studies, you'll select either regular world history, honors world history, or honors world history and AP world history. We realize that for those of you who've already been here with us for a couple of years, from time to time, a student will get out of sequence with a course. You might have transferred in from another school, which might have put you out of our typical BCHS sequence. If that's the case, you may not see your academic course listed here. And if you do not, or if you're uncertain of which one you should sign up for, merely leave that subject blank. So if you get to math and you really are not certain which one you should sign up for, whether it be geometry or algebra 1, just leave that blank. And we'll come back to that and make sure that you get in the proper section of math. Moving along to your elective selections. Okay, so we want you to consider your options for electives. You're probably, most likely, going to choose 4 elective courses unless you signed up for AP World History and or AP Biology. In such case, this number would reduce to 2 or 3 additional electives. So you can see there that Spanish 1 is an academic opportunity. Keep in mind you have to have the 90 or above in 9th grade lit. And then we begin with our visual arts courses. Now, some of you may not know for sure if you need to go into visual arts 2 or 3 or what the last course you had might have been. If you're uncertain, in this case, go ahead and select the one that you think would be your next course, because we're going to double check that behind you. But at least for example, if you select 4 and you should have selected visual arts 3, we're going to check behind you and we'll put you in visual arts 3. However, if you don't select one at all, then we don't really know that you want to have art at all. So we do ask you to go ahead and select the one that you think is the one that you need. Okay. For band, you're going to select either band concert for semester 1 and 2, or semester 1 or 2, and then the same for band percussion, the same for chorus. You have options of PE and weight training. Now, we need to discuss the weight training. If you are an athlete at the high school, you will need to sign up for weight training for both semesters if you're playing a school sport. Now, you might be a student who you like to work out, but you're not a student athlete. You're not a person, that's playing a high school sport, but you really enjoy working out and you want to take weight training. You would sign up for this body sculpting section of weight training that we have. You can sign up for first semester and second semester, or either first or second semester. Okay, that brings us to our ag offerings. You can see those listed there. There's an additional guidance document that is also emailed to you that you might want to reference for these. Most of you are already familiar with our different CTA e-course offerings, so we're not going to go into a lot of detail with these. These are the AV classes. These are your Aldo classes, Transportation 1, 2, and 3. This is the Entrepreneurship Pathway, Culinary Arts. This is the Game Design Pathway. It starts out with Intro to Digital. Then we have our Early Child Pathway. I do want to make sure that you know the distinction between Early Child and the Education Pathway. Early Child 1, 2, and 3, those are courses designed for individuals who are seeking to possibly go into daycare to care for very young children. The next listing of courses, Examine the Teaching Profession and Contemporary Issues in Education, are the courses that you would take if you're interested in being a teacher, even if that would be at the kindergarten or pre-K level. These are the courses that you would be interested in. Okay, and then we have our engineering classes, JROTC. Don't forget our future military men and women. If you take at least 3 JROTC classes while you're in high school, you're going to go in at a higher pay level. Now that is a big deal. It's a really big deal. We're super excited about our current JROTC instructor, and we're rocking in that area and doing a great job. We know you would enjoy those courses, and if you plan to go into the military, you really need to get at least 3 of those. That leads us to our healthcare courses, and there will be much more definition if you will access the CTAE pathway document that is shared with you. It'll be much clearer to you possibly, and I think that it would possibly assist you with selecting your elective courses. Okay. Then finally we have here journalism, which is yearbook, and you would sign up for first and second semester. Okay. Guys, we really encourage you to read through the entire list to make sure that you're signing up for the courses that you're meaning to sign up for. And don't forget, you're going to sign up for 4 unless you've taken an extra academic like the AP World or AP Biology. And finally, this last section at the bottom, this is for you guys who are student athlete and you signed up for weight training team sports. We need to know what sports you're going to play, so we'll make sure that you're in the right group. So you just check each box beside the sports that you intend to play next year. So finally, I just want to share with you those advisement documents that we've referenced throughout the video. I just want to show you what those are going to look like whenever you pull those up. When you're going to need to access the email, and then you'll be able to pull these documents up from the email. This is the class sequencing document. It's just a really good visual to help you see where your student is and where he or she is going. Then this is the other advisement document that I told you. It just packs a ton of information into one sheet. Almost everything we've talked about today is condensed into that sheet. So it's very helpful to keep and have. And then finally, this is the other document that we're going to share with you. This is the career clusters and pathways, and it shows the courses under each of the various pathways. So we thought that would be a help to you as well as you move through this process. Please remember that you have that contact information. If you need help with any of this, we do not want you to become frustrated. We don't want this process to intimidate you. We are here for you. Please reach out to us, to your teachers. Reach out to me, Carol Ann Gill. Reach out to your counselors, Miss Kathy Chesser and Lori McNeese. We're here to help you with every step, and we're excited about next year.